That's absolutely the case. And you can infinitely extend it, right? And you can use other AI technologies like embeddings and clustering to address other specific aspects of the task that you're working on instead of trying to do it manually, which honestly with something like cluster labeling is extremely hard to do and would be massively time consuming to try and do on the large corpus of data.
Yeah.
But it's a useful thing to do for keyword research, for understanding the universe of your competition, or looking at content gaps or topical gaps of you versus your competitors. So there are a ton of applications of doing clustering and then labeling it with GPT-3. But that's just one use case. And there's so many use cases, right? Like you could apply the same thing to analyzing any corpus of data, like Reddit, for instance. You could connect it to the Reddit API, pull the top 5,000 posts from a given subreddit, embed them, do the clustering, and then have GPT-3 label the clusters and get like an incredible sense of all of the topics that are talked about and keep the metadata for it too, right? So like how many upvotes does X subtopic category have? How many comments on average does this category have? And like really understand behaviorally how that given subreddit works with regards to content topics or any other metric that you care about.
So a lot of the scripts that you share, at least that you share publicly, are research focused. I'm interested to know, what does your process look like after that? You don't have to explain your whole process, but I'm wondering kind of where's the extent of where you're using the model versus turning back to writers, editors, content marketers, planners. Like, how does the process go from these incredible research and kind of foundational? I think of keyword research has so many uses across marketing, but like go from that to one of these like really big data journalism pieces that, and I assume you probably would produce a big piece and then lots of content all around it for various different sources. So you don't have to give away anything you don't want to give away, but I'm just interested to know, because I think, again, a lot of people go right to, we can get it to write for us, or I'm not sure. I'm interested to know your thoughts and opinion on that.
Yeah, so I should say that we don't use like any purely generated content for any client deliverables or anything like that. We're using it as an assistant in our existing processes for creating content that we think will be successful according to our own rubrics of success.
Yeah.
So the way that we use it, it differs depending on the needs of that particular project, at least when we're talking about like data journalism style work. And we do such a huge variety of types of executions. It would be different. Like, say, you can use it for generating survey questions, for instance. So that's something we do a lot, just to understand what's the universe of questions you could ask.
Yeah.
What are the subtopics of things you could ask? And then even doing